my god, it's freaking 2009 again. Get rid of the... Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, that is such a cool animation.
What's up guys, I'm Stiff, and this video is going to be a pretty juicy one, if you're a Combat Arms fan that is. So make sure you watch until the end because I touch up on a lot of things in the video. And since I'm one of the last Combat Arms content creators, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like. It really helps out with the channel and blah blah blah, you know the deal. So, Combat Arms Reborn, it kind of sounds like a project that would be made by Velof or Nexon. You know, like Reloaded or Classic, right? But this time it's different because Reborn is made by a Combat Arms community member. It's pretty easy to admit right now that Combat Arms right now sucks, right? And over the years, Nexon and Velof let us down like over and over again, and they both kind of pushed towards pay to win more. They didn't really get rid of hackers that much. With each patch, something drastic could change, which would just completely change the game, like upping the zombie HP for quarantine or just adding a completely overpowered gun to the game. So it was unpredictable what Nexon was going to do to change the game more. And the community felt like they didn't really have a voice because whenever they did implement something and we would say how much that we want it changed, they wouldn't really listen to it at all and just kind of like do their own thing, while we had to just kind of sit there and take it. But we no longer have to take it anymore because of this developer, and his name is Reborn, and he's a pretty well-rounded player. He's played Elimination and like a decent amount of Quarantine also, so it's a bit reassuring of what he's capable of, because I think he understands what's good for the game and what's not good for the game. If you're not convinced, then look at this clip of Reborn implementing custom loadout. That's something that should have been added on Combat Arms a very long time ago, and he did it. Guess how many days it took him to do it? 1 day. It took him 1 day to implement something simple as this. So where has Nexon and Velof been? Like, what have they been doing? Like, why was this not added? Combat Arms Classics, Combat Arms Reloaded, both garbage compared to this. But this is big because it opens up a lot of potential for the game. If Reborn can add custom loadout, then he probably can add options that limit speed, or maybe even no spec, no mutagen option. I mean, the possibilities are pretty endless. Reborn basically is a developer that 2008 Combat Arms community wanted. The reason why I say that is because I don't think he'll add a bunch of stupid shit into Combat Arms. Now we'll see, but like there's very simple stuff that can be implemented to the game that'll make the game a lot better. Like implementing and also subtracting, right? Like both of those things he can do. He can add guns, or he can like get rid of guns. He can add map. I bet you anything, he can take out like vote kicking system if he really wanted to. As long as the work is being put into it, the possibilities are literally endless. And I know this is outlandish too, but for the melee community, like knife only community, shifting can come back with, I'm sure Reborn can figure out a way where shifting is allowed, right? And maybe it's out there. Maybe my idea is out there, but maybe that he can implement an option to be like, all right, enable shifting in this game mode, but disable shifting in this game mode. Because in Quarantine, shifting is like kind of a no-no, but in the melee community, it adds like a whole, you know, new factor to it. And I wanna throw it out there for the melee community, because I know that there was like a decent amount of people that liked playing knife only, and once shifting went away, I saw it like slowly decay, and I don't know, it sucks to see communities dies. So Reborn, please. Counting on you, bud. Now you guys might be wondering how you guys are going to be able to play this game once it's out, because he's estimating it for it to come out this year. If not, then next year, you know, however long it takes. I think people are like, you know, it's whatever, right? It's Combat Arms. It's a game that's been out for many years now. I'm sure the community is down to wait a little bit until it comes out. But anyways, It's predicted, or he's estimating it to come out this year. And how you're going to be able to play it is he's working on a master server right now. So within the game, hopefully you can just go in it and connect to the master server where everybody plays it, right? But if that doesn't work well, then the backup plan is going to be people hosting their own servers. So this is actually pretty big. And I'll tell you why. It works sort of like Minecraft, where you're connecting directly from, you know, computer to computer. Like, I think like in Minecraft, you give a person your IP address, right? And then you just connect directly into their, like, whoever's hosting the server, and then bam, like you're in their game. And how this is gonna work, what Radeon is saying is that he's going to make this easy for you guys. He wants to implement a auto search within Combat Arms Reborn, so that it'll just connect to, or it'll find servers that's like closest to you, whoever is hosting it, and you can just join it and play it. And now I'll mention why this is so big, hosting private servers. This means for Oceania players, Australian players, New Zealand, you guys aren't gonna lag anymore. Like you're gonna experience Combat Arms with 4 ping if a person is hosting a server. Like you're gonna need, you know, like 16 plus players, right? But your guys, this is huge for you guys, and also for everybody for that matter, because ideally, if there's enough people or enough players in the game, then that would mean that pretty much a lot of people are going to have pretty decent ping. And that's pretty big. That is pretty big. And as for hackers, I think the option would be to IP ban people that are hacking in your server. I think that's like the best thing that Radeon can do as of now. And to switch up the pace a little bit, about quarantine. So in the most recent update that Radeon gave, which was a couple of days ago, he says that he's going to start working on quarantine. So in Combat Arms Reborn, quarantine is coming up, which is pretty hype. And so like I said before about implementing things and subtracting things, so like zombie ranges can be fixed, or like zombie HPs can go higher or lower. I mean, like I said before, many possibilities. So a lot of the problems that we didn't like in the past could just be gone now from Combat Arms Reborn. So we'll have to see like what he comes up with for quarantine, but that is in the works, which I'm very excited to see in the future. And I think Combat Arms Reborn as a game that's being developed right now is very interesting, because it's bringing out all the potential that we know that Combat Arms had in the past. And even if many people hop on it or not, I'm mostly just excited to see Combat Arms in its like prime state again. And yeah, just really exciting stuff, and future is looking pretty bright for Combat Arms as a game. Until next time, you guys, make sure to leave a like. It really helps out with the video. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for sticking until the end, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.